Hello everyone, I hope I'm audible and visible. Let me check the audio video thing. Please update whether your audio video is coming correctly or not. Hope I'm audible. Yeah, it looks all good. So, good morning everyone. It's just noon time and we are starting. Pleasure to announce the start of a web series like which has been a lot much in demand every year, every minute. You can say a student is asking about one standard question: what will be my career, what will be my future after doing my BDS graduation? This is one topic which is very very dear to me, and I have been, I would say, fortunate enough to be a speaker on this topic at national level platforms like IDA conferences, college level conference events, state level conferences, then IDC events, like, and some DCI events, plus many colleges I'm associated with for the NAC grading career guidance workshop, which is being conducted almost every year, right? So after so many years of working on this topic is like very close to my heart, because more or less you can say I'm going to share the things which have been part of my own career, my own life. Okay, and these are all first-hand experiences, plus like my likeness towards the field, talking to, interacting to many, many interns, students, doctors, pass outs, MDS, and what they're really doing. Since, like, you can say I have a follow-up record uh, since 2007 8. I have been trying to get as much information as possible relation to make dear BDS graduates, fellow BDS graduates, become successful in life. Yes, Dr. Aditi, this video will remain, but the live part will be missed out. Okay, so it's your choice. Yeah, good afternoon, Dr. Aditi, Dr. Ruchi. So, all those who are there, there's not much attendance. Maybe Sunday is more dear, more occupied. That is the reason I decided to go around somewhere in the afternoon. It's not early morning, it's not late evening, and rest of the day you guys are already occupied. So let us wait for a minute or so, and then we start the topics which we are going to do in this web series are going to incorporate each and everything, each and every aspect in detailing what exactly is the pathway towards pursuing different parameters, different avenues after BDS. Yeah, good afternoon, Dr. Kamrej Ansari. Like, you can do enter into clinical job maybe, or your own clinic. You wish to do MDS, you can do it from government, private, abroad. Then you can definitely move abroad. In India, there are multiple job opportunities. There is also army. There are different courses. Then if you want to become a businessman in dentistry, if you want to enter into forensics, you want to do masters in business administration, hospital administration, or there are many many avenues what BDS, like I can read from the poster of this only, but yes, there are few which are not written here. Okay, I know one, just for an example, in Delhi, Central Delhi, I know one dentist, doctor, lady, who is practicing not as a dentist, but is practicing as a dietitian. Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, Dr. Gajendra. So there are multiple things people have explored, but yes, there is some criteria. If you try adopting that, you have to understand the basic, you can say, tricks and lacunas, not lacuna, tricks and tips on working in that direction before you actually decide to pursue something different. Okay. Yeah, Dr. Clinical Concepts, approximately the time is was very much written. It's 12 to 1 and it will be 12 to 1 because 1 hour of web series is the max we can tolerate, I believe. We all have been watching multiple web series, Hindi, English, French, Korean, whatever you love. And in this, we'll make it short, say around 45-50 minutes of my content, then 10-15 minutes of your question answers. Even you can ask in between, that's not a problem. And Dr. Kamraj, this is not the place for this. Okay, so let's start with What After BDS web series episode number 1. The episode number 1 is called What Exactly? How good is my BDS degree? How good is my BDS degree? So I always start from where I got my BDS degree, that is inducted for life, that is Government Dental College and Hospital, Mumbai. I entered 1999, exited 2004, right? So this year, actually, we have completed our batch 1999, 25 years of existence in the GDC, that is from 99 to 2024. And we are having a reunion end of the year, right? So this is where we start. I tell my students I'm a movie freak person. I watch any and n number of movies, all possible languages, okay, which I am able to digest. So, do you like scary movies? See, this is not a lecture. I'm not writing anything. This is something which I want you to learn and enjoy as well. So, answer this. Do you like scary movies? Do you like scary movies? Do you like scary movies? Yes. But to disappoint you, I'm not going to give you a scary picture after BDS. The BDS picture is not scary. It is something magical. It is as magical as this video which you can see. Okay, it all depends on what you are incorporating into your own life, working in that direction, and make your life, make your career, you can say a beautiful, prospective life ahead. So, if I ask you a very simple question, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to become when you grow up? What do you want to become when you grow up? The usual answer which I get from BDS audience, that is BDS students, interns, and BDS pass outs, or even MDS guys, is like these one of these answers. I want to become endodontist. I want to become oromaxillofacial surgeon, very much in popularity. I want to be a prosthodontist, periodontist, radiologist, pathologist, public health dentist, and whatnot. Pediatric dentist, orthodontist. I want to pursue something in orofacial pain. I want to enter into oro cancer zone. I want to work in the clefts, right? So, what is your answer? What do you want to become in life? The question remains the same. What do you be? What do you want to be when you grow up? Dr. Sri Sai, let us, that's what this series is all about. Now we are going to discuss all possible things. See, ultimately, this series will do is it will help you identify to what level you have to work in BDS and after BDS. Then how do you actually choose your career? How do you plan your first 2 years, 3 years, and up to 10 years, and then something already would have been taken off. Okay. So you cannot predict, like if you are at the age of 22, 23, or maybe 25, what we have to plan is what is going to be my, like when I am 30-year-old, or maybe you was 35. But after that, you're already on a track. You will start exploring yourself, the different avenues which will come across with time and experience, right? No answers. What do you want to become? My question still remains the same. See, it is not a lecture, it is something you need to answer. You need to open your brain. All those who are attending, at least reply so that we can think in these directions, right? But chalo, I'll make your task simpler. These are the common answers if you don't want to say. But according to me, the answer should be like this. I want to become rich, famous, and successful. Whether you are an endodontist, you are a prosthodontist, oral surgeon, ortho, maybe a business person, maybe doing something else, maybe doing MBA, maybe going abroad, whatever you want to do, I think the ultimate goal is this only. All those who are already born with a silver spoon, God bless you. But still, we want to have our own existence. We want to work still in the timeline so that we become more rich, more famous, and more successful. See, these are all relativity. Okay. The person, the profession which gives me respect and money. Yes, Dr. Ruchit, you're very correct. See, ultimately, no matter what you, it's very like money is not everything, money is not that, money is not, cannot buy happiness. Agreed. Everything is spiritually very much agreed. But yes, if you don't have money, if you're not rich, then you are facing some different level of problems. But when you have money, you are facing problems, but the problems are not going to be the petty ones. Their problems will be something surmounted ones. And yes, everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be successful. That's what we have been working since our childhood. Nobody wants to fail in life. Nobody wants to taste unhappiness in your career, in your profession. We want to become the top notch person, top notch in the reality, whatever we are doing. We cannot just keep on doing a task without any aim towards success in that, right? So money is not everything, but it's something. Yes, Dr. SS, it is something. It is definitely something. I still remember a very famous movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. Leonardo DiCaprio dialogue when he's almost broke, about to get arrested and all. He says, "I would prefer two conditions. He came from a very humble background, so but today like he is very very rich, so he says like I want to be, when I am in a problem, when I am in very much trouble, still I want to have Rolex in my hand and an Armani I am wearing. My problem will not look the same if I am wearing these two. So that's the purpose. But yes, money is not what we are talking about exactly, the currency, but we are talking about something achieving to a level that money becomes a secondary part. Okay, you have to grow that rich to understand that money is not everything. Before that, yes, money is a major part. When we, like you all know, we are into teaching of BDS grads towards MDS entrance. So one of the major criteria of rankers, top rankers selecting a government MDS college is the amount of stipend. And they are not wrong, they are right in choosing, because amount of stipend varies from 1 lakh per month in North India to around 50,000 in western and southern part of the country, even in the eastern side. Okay, so let us be very practical, because we have to become successful, because that's what we have been telling in a song, very old song during my school days, not school, even rather very kindergarten days. Papa कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा. Okay, we want to do bada naam also. That is, we want to become famous and we want to become successful. This is my first year BDS student. Okay, how good or bad he looks, you can understand. Very, very naive guy, very simple, doesn't know what exactly the BDS is going to portray, what exactly he is going to do in these 5 years in a dental college. But let me ask you one thing. When all of you were preparing for NEET UG, most of you, I think, belong to the same generation. When you were preparing for NEET UG, you must have joined any coaching or maybe studying yourself online, offline, whatever. You wanted to, how many of you actually were preparing to become doctor and not a dentist? let me see the answers. How many of you were preparing in 11th and 12th standard for NEET UG to become doctor, not a dentist, which you are becoming now or already became one? What was the thought process when you were studying biology chapters in 11th, the animal kingdom, the plants, then a lot of plants and animal systems in your 12th? A lot of things you have studied in your NEET UG days. The whole struggle was to become a dentist or a doctor. Oh, great. Almost 99% Dr. MG says. Yes. I remember like when like I had a childhood when I had to visit a lot of hospitals. So the hospital smell I used to love. I prepared ultimately to become a doctor. Definitely not a dentist. Had no clue what exactly dentistry is when I was in 11th and 12th standard. The rank was not very great. It was 2438. Still, I remember in the CBSE All India PMT 1999. And I was getting only Assam ka MBBS somewhere. I not wrong, Dibrugarh or Silchar. My father didn't send because he believed Assam was not a very good state that time. Today, it's a beautiful place. Okay. So, ended up into a BDS profession. This is what BDS looked like. Okay, to me, when I entered, I thought I don't know what exactly. I thought everything is very rosy. That too in a very government college like GDC Mumbai. My first day, first period of syllabus curriculum was prosthodontics lab, preclinical lab, and we had no clue what exactly we were 12 of us. Coming batch had already started a month back. We were into second round of admissions from CBSC, and we entered the prosthodontics lab with very little saman, you can say tray, with minimalistic things, because we started with the making of the impression cast, and the students were all over like 100 students, you can say, sitting out there in prosto preclinical lab and doing teeth setting. Then suddenly one bomb blasted on one table and then another one in another table. And I was like, I don't know what exactly these guys are doing, these 100 of so called my batchmates, but I am very sure they are not becoming a doctor by using some waxes, using some teeth, you burning some spirit lamp, which are blasting every now and then. I was hell convinced. Evening when I came out of my college, I called my father and I really meant this. Please take me back home. I don't know. We are not becoming doctor at this in this building at least. Okay, this was my reaction. But yes, now that's history. I love prosto. I love dentistry. I love the clinical, preclinical, every aspect of it. But that is what the first year BDS was. Then comes your second year BDS. Second year BDS introduces us to the subjects which were least understood. Trust you me on this, first year student still manages to learn, adapt, understand to anatomy, what exactly the anatomy is. Physiology is already half read in your 11th and 12th, so physiology looks very much familiar. Biochemistry is the most ignored subject of first year, and in my days, first year, we used to have dental material, but you guys have DADH. DADH is interesting because of practicals, that is carving and all. Second year is too, I don't know, it's a 360 degree, 180-degree turn, which is like pathology, micro, pharmac, the nightmares of subject, and comes the worst subject that is called dental materials, which I teach in my academy, right? So second year BDS student looks like under pressure of the subjects which are least understood. Then comes the third BDS student. Why this picture? What this picture shows is third BDS student is doing nothing but doing stunts. The first patient is a stunt in itself. You cannot imagine the fear. A third, well, you already, sorry, I'm sorry to say, I'll rephrase it. You all remember what fearful sight is when you are giving your first LA, when you are extracting your first tooth, when you are making your first denture. Everything is full of adrenaline rush. Plus, it's like a stunt. We are doing it for the very first time. How many of you remember the first extraction you did and how good or bad the experience was? Anyone? Anyone? Like, then I'll tell you my first extraction experience. It was for a pedo patient. Oh, that's really damaging actually. My hand shook the entire. Yes, Dr. Anisha, it is same for everybody, I believe. But yes, today you are expert in giving LA and extracting teeth. I remember like we used to have a protocol in GDC that we were given in third year first term. Like we used to have two postings in third year, two in final year, like all colleges. And first patient was usually given is they call grade 3 mobile, which is already mobile. If you can pull it out with your hand, it would be much easier. But yes, we had to pull it out with a forceps. But the patient, the whole day, when my turn came, the patient of grade 3 mobility were not coming. Suddenly, the end day was about to end, and my HOD then, Dr. Banerjee, ma'am, I still remember she was sitting in the operatory area, that room, and I was like standing very next, and she was also like next to patient Agana, we will do it. And the last patient of the day who came, a man, like a middle-aged man, he came with a mesiodense, which was very firm. I told her, like, ma'am, this is a mesiodense, but this is very firm. So she said, so what? Let us extract this, Amit, we'll do it. And I was also very happy. I will be the first in the batch to extract a mesiodense and that to a firm one, right? So what I did was I tried to take the patient to the last chair, which is the usual practice. Okay, we never want to do extraction in front of your HOD, but yes, there she was, a smart lady. She asked me, "No, you will do it right in front of my eyes on the first chair." And ultimately, I had to make that patient sit comfortable, load the LS syringe for infiltration anesthesia. And there was a very good looking hot interns girl, I don't forgot her name today, but she was supposed to help me out on instructions of the HOD. So she was there, I was there, patient was there on the chair, and ma'am was watching. So ultimately, what happened was my hand started shivering and the patient saw that. Patient ultimately like was very much convinced I am this is my first extraction and maybe I will not be able to do it. So ultimately, after 2, 3, 4 minutes of struggle, I was not able to inject properly. So I asked that cute girl, please inject. For me, she had to. She is an intern. She injected in my name. Then I went there to get my instruments, tray, and everything from the autoclaves portion. And I started arranging my instruments on the chair. Then checking for the LA to get settled, and ultimately I held up the forceps and moved towards the patient to extract. The patient held my hand like this. Doctor साहब, इंजेक्शन मैडम ने दिया है, दांत भी उन्हीं को निकालने दो ना. What would have been your reply in such a situation? This is my first day, first extraction in the college. कि दांत तो आप मैडम को ही निकालने दो, आप इंजेक्शन मैम ने ही दिया तो आप दांत भी उन्हीं को निकालने दो. What would have been your reply? It has to be something really nice. If you were in my situation, what would have been your reply? Anyone? I would have given to intern. Okay, chalo. I told my patient very politely, humbly, sir, you are my first patient. Okay, दांत तो मैं ही निकालूंगा. And ultimately, I extracted the tooth. Right? Next comes our final year guy. Always tensed, always loaded with. Same thing not happening, but with my junior to my guided hasn't done. Else say madam is busy. Hey, madam is standing next to you, yeah. Like patients are not fools. You will realize the day you open your own clinic now, you will realize. Like in government, we treat patient as if like they are not very much intellectual. But when you come to a private segment of life, especially your own clinic or the consultations where you go, you will realize the patients are the smartest of all people, right? They will not let you over smart them. So this is a final year student always surrounded with books because a lot of pressure of theory as well as practicals almost every day giving some seminar or exams or posting vivas or something. How do you identify a final year BDS student in a college? He or she will always carry a book in hand. Okay, he or she will always have a, say, this is my book. Yeah, she will always carry a book. Okay, no matter whether they know which book they are carrying or not, but they will carry some book. Okay, girls carry the book because they are studying. Boys carry the book usually to impress the girls they want to, right? So we all know. So this becomes a life of a dental student. First year is a little smooth, then second year is a tangy, third year is a lot of thorns coming up, and final year is a mess. We all know. But yes, then comes the period of glorification, the period of maximum entropy, least amount of energy, the lifespan, the 1 year in which we want to do anything and everything we want. We want to break all the rules we had been obeying for last 4 years, and this is called beautiful internship. Agreed or not? You have to comment in this section. But then comes the question, what next? What after BDS? Okay, that is where our topic of concern today comes. I had to make some bhumika, some prelude, you can say prologue of the topic. That is why so far we had been doing such, watching such content, right? This is what is usually done in web series. They have to show the beginning of this web series cannot be a boring one. It has to be intriguing. It has to engage you. It has to give you an insight that yes, many things are going to be coming up, right? So what next? This is one flowchart I made long back with my handwriting. I'll find it and show you next time also. And we posted around I think 6, 7 years back on post Facebook. This one I got typed from one of my staff members, and here it is written 12 plus experience. So it is actually now 17 plus 6 years of experience. So 5, 6 years back we posted this, and now it is still coming back to me on Facebook. Like you put anything on Facebook, Facebook will show you somewhere down the line, it will come in one or the other group. So we will start focusing on this step by step. But this is how the structure looks like. There are many more things which are being added over a period of time to it. But yes, this is one call when students call me after BDS, they are discussing problems, or after MDS, or between the transition of BDS to MDS. This is my actually the way of explaining them how to make a good decision. See, I'll tell you, if you want to be successful in life, you have to start developing the art of decision making. If you are good at making decisions, forget about what will be like, whether the decision will be right or wrong. But yes, you should have guts, you should have confidence, and you should have calculated risk involved in taking the decisions in which you believe. You don't just take a random decision today, I'll jump from a cliff without rope and all, not like that. But it has to be a decision, has to be with some lot of logic, some science behind it, some research, and then the things go in your favor. So after options after BDS, I tell you, yes, Dr. Hisham Khan, we will cover each and everything I told you. But you have to understand, this is why, see, this is one lecture which I do it for 1.5 hours in a college. Okay. That is today's part is just, you can say, 50, 60% of what we do, but still many things are not being able to cover up in 1.5 hour session. So today's session is 1 hour flat. Next time onwards, we'll do half an hour to 45 minutes, taking into one aspect of this graph, or sorry, this flow chart, and talking that only in detail. For that, I would also request you to put your comments in the comment section of this video, asking about your queries, right? Whatever queries you put, I promise you it will be definitely taken up in the subsequent sessions, because that will give me a framework to design my next episode, which is like I have planned up maybe 5 episode. If at all it works out, well, we'll finish off five, maybe one more. But yes, if required, we'll add one or two more episodes so that we don't miss out on the basic part. So major decision comes whether you want to settle in India or you want to settle abroad. If you want to settle abroad, I'll just summarize this. You can easily see on the screen. For freshers or for experience, there are two kinds of people going abroad. One who is just after BDS, or maybe one who's having 5 or 10 years experience after BDS or MDS. Freshers go for two reasons: either for higher education, they want to upgrade their education abroad and they want to come back. The other is they go for migration. They go for higher education, they select country, they select the courses as per their preference and budget. And still, after doing that course, you have a choice whether you want to come back to India or you settle there itself by clearing the exams over there. If you want to go for migration to other country, okay, you have to choose the best options. It is blocked by this, but I'll tell you the current best options are Australia, New Zealand, you can say UK, US is always a good option. Canada is looking like a good option, but there are many cons associated with it. Okay. Experienced doctors who are like done BDS or MDS and they're practicing here for 5 to 10 years, they will move out of the country only for migration, that is permanent settlement abroad. They will not usually go to abroad to do some course and come back. If you want to settle in India, there are two broad categories you have to understand. One is either you will continue dentistry or you will leave dentistry. If you want to leave dentistry, you just take your BDS degree as a graduation and you can enter into MHA, MBA, IAS, business, education, any creative sector. There is no limit to that. If you want to continue dentistry, okay, then there are two options again. One is you do MDS or you don't do MDS. See, I am in love with the flowcharts because they give a very clear cut, they draw a line. Okay. So you are easy. It helps you very easy when you are following a flowchart. It helps you make the decision in one direction. You cannot go in all the directions. You cannot prepare for MDS also and prepare for abroad exams also simultaneously. You cannot prepare for MDS and you cannot prepare for MBS simultaneously, right? So this is the beauty of following a flowchart. Just follow the one pattern and you will be sorted for at least few years. If you want to do MDS in India, that is actually one of the best options. So there are many things. Okay. Then if you don't want to do MDS, you need to still learn clinical skills if you want to practice dentistry. The other option in settling in India is government jobs. There are many PSC exams. It is also a very good option. Then one thing which I missed out here is settling in India is going into defense services like army and all. Okay, abhi recently 2 3 days back, I also posted rank one army, rank one student of 2024 army interview, Dr. Samarthya Purohit from GDC Jamnagar. He was a student and he got top rank. This is also a very good option. Continue dentistry may, whether you do MDS or you don't do MDS, ultimately you will have to set up your own practice or you have to do some job in the corporates. See, either you can have clinic or you will work in some other clinic, okay, or you can have clinic in a partnership. So when you are setting up your own practice, either you can do it in partnerships, which is also a good option. We will discuss that also. And then individual practice, individual, likha, individual practice. I think you got a rough idea of this, right? Agreed? How good or bad this flowchart looks like? Please do comment here. See, you have to show that you are alive in this live session. Otherwise, I would have recorded and posted like a normal video. It doesn't make any sense conducting a live when you are not a live audience. So, your live audience means you have to be alive and responsive all the time, like me. Agreed? Yes, please. Is flowchart making some sense? चलो, broadly India and abroad. India तो India है. Okay, abroad में we will look out for the countries which are developed, more developed than India. We don't know, I don't know how good or bad it sounds, but how many of you want to settle down in Bangladesh or like Pakistan or Afghanistan? It's yes, there is nothing harm, but it will be your call, and please, God bless you if you are such a brave personality. Okay, so we look for higher countries like US, Australia, basically who are bigger in economy and designated as what do you say, developed countries. Okay, this is the pyramid of dental industry in India. This is the pyramid of dental industry in India. See, pyramid teaches us very two beautiful concepts. One is the base of the pyramid is always broader. Tip is the smallest part. That is why it is a triangle in two dimensions. Base is comprising of dental industry by the clinical practitioners, which are comprising of BDS and MDS or both. Okay. Then as we move higher, like clinical practice are the maximum. The second concept with pyramid teaches us base means they are in the maximum number. So if you talk about the dental practitioners, they are in the maximum account when it comes to after BDS or MDS. Then as you move up, like teaching in colleges and private colleges and private institutions, they count the less number. Then people into research are less, marketing and business are less, manufacturing further less, people who are setting up dental colleges are less, than people who are making into policy making, like people who are in IDA or DCI, like or Ministry of Health. So they are at the top. The pyramid concept you have to understand as you rise higher in the pyramid. As you rise higher in the pyramid, you obliterate the competition. The competition decreases as you go up, right? Competition between the two BDS and MDS is maximum at the base level. As you move up in the pyramid, the competition decreases. You have to understand this, then only there will be a, you can say, a fire ignited in your brain to rise in the pyramid, right? So, again, on this, there is an aspect called clinical practice. Clinical practice, there are two types of. Today, I'm just giving you an overview that will make you realize how good or bad your degree is because there are so many options. Okay, I'm not taking any parameter in detail, Dr. Anisha. Just do one thing now. These questions posted after the live session has ended in the comment section. Today, just listen. And the video is going to be here. It is not going to be removed, right? So just listen anywhere time you can revisit if you want and post your query, post your comment in the comment section. We will discuss it next time for sure. Okay, after the session when you see the video again. Secondly, just go through this because what I'm telling you, you might not have realized by now. Many things you are already aware of. So let us do one thing. Let us first finish off this. Then today's query I'll take up after 10 minutes. Okay. And further queries will keep on adding up for next time. Specialty practice, that is when you're working like a specialist, like if you're working like an orthodontist or prosthodontist, you have to do MDS. Otherwise, if you're not doing MDS, still you can develop a specialized practice that is into implant, aesthetics, endo, prosto, botox, fillers, and many things. There are short-term and long-term courses available for that. If you peep into the past, we see the thought process of dentists in 80s and 90s. 80s and 90s ke dentists had a disciplined life, disciplined routine with home, children, clinic, food, and exercise. Unconditional love for the dental profession, the zeal to learn the new techniques. Because maximum advancement in dentistry has happened in 80s and 90s. Then from 2000 to 2010, there was almost a stagnation. Then 2010-15 onwards, again, the advancements in implantology have happened a lot. They excelled in their practice and therefore earned a lot of money, but not vice versa. Usually, if you see the are like I am one generation older than you guys, then one generation behind me. I am a dentist of 2000 2004. Dentists who passed out in 80s and 90s, like our father figures, they have excelled in their practice and therefore they earn a lot of money. Please underline this point, right? It's not they had a lot of money, that why they were becoming successful. No. Dentistry made them very successful because they worked towards one goal, that is being recognized as a good dentist or a doctor, at least in their own area, village, town, district, city, or country. We'll give you a lot of examples, but today's scenario is different. We have 4 years of BDS learning. Earlier, 80s, 90s, there was not even the concept of internship. Then 1 year of enjoyment period we call internship. Then we join one, two, or three clinics immediately after internship if we are entering into some clinical world. And sometimes we earn something, sometimes we learn, but again we don't know what to do, because nowadays we are still having bigger tensions because we are into this tension of updating, upgrading on social media, like which was missing maybe 10, 20, 30 years back. But yes, people have done balance on this. If you can balance your professional life and your social life on social media, you are going to excel a lot. We will discuss this also sometime later. Then MDS after BDS. The common questions are which specialty you like, which specialty is safe, means which will give you a lot of money. Then does branch or specialty really matter? Where would an MDS hold an edge over others? Like, is there anywhere like MDS is going to hold edge over BDS? Or where would a BDS hold an edge over MDS passouts? The answer I always like to give in the famous quote of Henry Ford: whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. So when it comes to the question of MDS, okay, students, a lot of students are studying with us. They ask us very simple. Yesterday also evening, 40 minutes conversation with a girl from Rajasthan, I think, not a student, but she called up asking something very different. So her question was, if I start today, will I be able to get a government seat in 2025? Answer is this: remember this Henry Ford car quotation. If you think you can crack NEET and get a government college, you are right. If you think you cannot, God bless you, you are still right. Okay, so it depends on you, nobody else. You take one coaching, you take 10 coaching. You don't take any coaching, anywhere and everywhere there is a possibility you'll get a government rank. Okay, so it's up to you. Not like she asked me very fancy question which has been I've been hearing for last 17, 18 years now. If I join your coaching, if I join this course, will I get a government seat? Answer is no. Okay, no coaching, no course can guarantee you a government seat. But yes, if you guarantee yourself that I will crack, just help me out with this part, this part, this part, then yes, you will crack it. Okay, so coming back to the same topic, there is a psychological aspect of career pattern and career growth. What you are good at, what you actually like, what you want to do in life, how you discover the values in each aspect of it. Values mismatch is the biggest problem we encounter today, because ultimately what will bring success is what skills you have, whether you are interested in this particular job or not, whether you have aptitude for that or not, and what is your attitude towards that career, profession, or path, and ultimately what value it is generating for you, right? Each and every aspect we will discuss in detail next time. Of this psychological aspect we will discuss in detail sometime. This is one Venn diagram. This is not a flow chart, this is not a graph, this is a circled wala, Venn diagram. Very famous book called Ikigai, a Japanese concept meaning reason for life, reason for being. Actually, the Ikigai is like center point of these four circles, and it describes only these parameters: what you love, if you can identify this, what you are good at, you identify this, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. If all these four energies combine to form, or you can say synergize in one common goal, that goal will bring ikigai or a reason for your existence, and you will be one of the most rich, most successful, most famous personality like Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or something. These guys were not rich, okay, and they were not seeking richness. They were, what they were seeking was passion. They were seeking for love in the profession. They were seeking for what the world wants and what they can be paid for ultimately. So this is a small find your ikigai exercise. What do you love doing? What am I good at? Please don't write, like, say, if I want to say, I love playing tennis, lawn tennis. It does not mean I'll take a racket in my hand and start moving on the streets of the world. World does not need any tennis player more to be paid for playing tennis, okay, or guitar. Okay, if I take a guitar in my hand and move out on the streets, nobody will pay me for that. Well, yes, people will pay me some token amount by throwing coins, but that's not going to be my ikigai. Okay, you're getting the point. So when we talk about dentistry, we talk about the love. Ultimately, if you see here also what you love, you have to love the thing what you are doing, otherwise it is all wasteful. It will not come back. I'll give you one example from the yesteryears. Okay, for this I'll just give me a second. I'll reduce the size of this. Yeah, I was hiding one image which I'm really fond of. So these are the very, very successful dental practitioners, not practitioners, I would say dentists, you can say, from the previous generation. Okay. On top left, we have Dr. Sandesh Maker, who is by qualification an oral pathologist, but but he is considered as god of aesthetics, composites, and all in India. He was, you can say, the founder of the word aesthetics in India. Then second one, Dr. Suvarna Nene. She is considered as the godmother of implantology in India. I'm proudly I can say I was her student in 2008 to 9, learning 1 year implantology from her. Right? But she did BDS. She practiced for 15 years, had kids. Then she pursued implantology and she became one of the finest. Like you go to Pune, anybody knows like Maharashtra city called Pune. When you walk out of Pune airport or railway station, you ask Dr. Suvarna Nene ke clinic jana hai, they will take you. Any cab guy, any auto rickshaw guy. That is what the popularity is even today. And these guys are popular without social media. So you have to respect them more than anything, right? They are still, I think, not very active on social media. And right side, top, Dr. Rajiv Verma. He is a BDS again from Mumbai, but he's one of the greatest, you can say, person in your prosto part. Like he calls himself as prosto dentist. He's one guy who has been acknowledged. He was doing some course of Dr. Schillingberg somewhere, and Dr. Schillingberg said you should not be learning, rather you should be imparting education in fixed prosthodontics. Okay. Left bottom, Dr. Suhas Lele, one of Asia's first aesthetic dentist to be accredited by American Academy of Aesthetic and Cosmetic. Was the Femina columnist. Every Femina girl had to get a clearance from his, like every Femina girl's smile was supposed to be getting clearance from Dr. Suhas sir. Again, fortunate enough to be his student for quite a good time. Then middle, Dr. Anish Navre, the person who brought microscope in endodontics in India. Then right side, my favorite, very less chance I got in life to get learn from him. Dr. Sunil Bhulabhai. You search him on Google, and you will know what I'm talking about. He's one of the finest aesthetic dentists in India we have, and one of the richest dentists in the country as well. Then if these are the old, say they are old generation, these are the new generation, then they are very popular in the social media, we will discuss it next time. Their popularities, you can search. Some of you might you be knowing, but they are very, very, very popular. Not because they are active on social media, because their work speaks more than their words on social media. Okay, then we have people like Dr. Sujit Pardeshi, who is into dental practice management. Very, very popular, sir. Dr. Mayur Davda, who pursued photography as a passion after BDS. And now Dr. Mayur even has a course in dental photography under his name as a fellowship program in Manipal University. Imagine. And he is a BDS like you and me. Okay. So what I want to tell you is survival of the fittest. Like earlier, there was the concept of be the first dentist in this area, be the first clinic in that area, and you will be successful. No. But now it is you have to be the best. If you are the best, then only you will rise and in the pyramid. Basically, what I want to say is you have to be a superhero. You have to be a superhero, otherwise, you will be left with nothing on this planet. Can anybody identify this creature on the right side? Left side, you all know Batman versus Superman fight. You are good, I am good, we have to fight like Batman, Superman. Can anybody identify this right side creature on this planet? Like, what is this creature? What is this creature called? Yes, cockroach, Periplaneta americana, right? Periplaneta americana, right? You know what is the strange thing? Why I wanted to be like showing you and emphasizing on this creature is, as per biblical theory, as per Bible and biblical theories, if by chance Earth has to witness, God forbid, a nuclear holocaust, okay, only one organism will be able to survive, and that is cockroach. It is said because of the chitin layer, chitin protective layer. Imagine, according to Bible, the cockroach has been granted a power to bear, to tolerate nuclear holocaust, nuclear bomb. It can survive nuclear bomb, but it cannot straighten up if it is upside down. Try doing once. If you are not afraid of it, एक कॉकरोच को लो, उसको उल्टा कर दो. It will take him hours to get straighten up. So what I want to tell you is, don't have power which is of no use. Don't have a degree which is of no use. Don't just do a degree, buy a degree, get a certificate, buy that certificate if you are not able to take advantage of it. If that degree, if that education, if that certificate is not making you rich, famous, and successful, there is no point chasing that. It will be just a stupid, you can say, superpower like what cockroach has. Because as far as we know, till no matter like how many years, there is not going to be any nuclear holocaust. So keep on evolving, don't be the same, keep on becoming better with every passing day. You have to evolve, you have to become the better than the best, ultimately rise in the pyramid. Okay, this is one common question which everybody come across: no future of BDS or MDS. Okay. So if we search about one very common phrase, how many dentists are there? If you type too many dentists on Google, India does not come on the top search. It comes Japan, California, Canada, and then India, right? So you don't have to be afraid. India is a growing population country. So as the number of dentists are increasing, population is increasing much faster than that. And there is always a work available. When we were doing BDS and when we passed out, we used to listen to this word. You also might have come across in college somewhere. There are many dentists across around us. Yes, there are many dentists. But now It's not about being number game, it's about how good or bad you are. India has too many dentists, that is one fact. India lacks too many skilled dentists, that is a more important thing, right? I'll show you next time what I mean by this. The world does not need more BDS or MDS, that is a fact. But world needs what? The world needs a problem solver. Are you a problem solver? Then only you will realize, though you will rise in the hierarchy of dentist. A market is never saturated with a good person or product, but it's very quickly saturated with a bad one, right? The top 20%, if you want to be in the top 20% of the pyramid, you have to be the person who is asking the right question. Are you ready for dentistry in future? Are you a problem solver? Are you prepared for the future demands of the profession? Or are you ready to explore, fail, get up and explore again? Basically, what I meant is, are you future ready or not? If you are not future ready, the things are going to be bad. If I tell you, like in 2016, some of you know, some of you don't know, I was the person who started the dental division in DBMCI, that is Dr. Bhatia Medical Coaching, myself, and along with our same team of BDS to MDS today, we started the dental division in 2016, October, 1st October. Okay. 16, 17, there were very less students. We were able to, you can say, uh, teach in that 1 year span. 17 May, I saw uh, just outside my office, I saw one guy selling GeoCase SIM card. I'm just telling you how you become, how you work, and how you think, and how you become future ready. In 2017, early 2017, I saw one guy not selling, actually giving Geo SIM card for free against Aadhaar card. Like you give him Aadhaar card and he will give you 3 or 4 SIMs free of cost, no charges, nothing. So I was very fascinated. I took one of my friend. We both took two SIMs. Okay, and against one Aadhaar card. And ultimately, I have a habit. I visit colleges. I meet students. I meet interns. I was going around on a trip for, I think, Haryana, Punjab colleges, and I saw almost every candidate, every student was having a Geo SIM. Okay, till then we were not able to, you can say, approach those students because we were teaching offline in Delhi, Chandigarh, Rohtak, in North Part, and then Lucknow and all. So what my mindset gave me was, the students who are in interiors of Haryana, interiors of Punjab, they were not able to come to the offline centers, right? But today they have a Geo SIM card, and Geo SIM card was giving 1 or 1.5 GB free data per day. I came back from those interaction with the students. I asked my app person, can we play a video in the app recorded? He said, yes, we can play it through YouTube link and all that. He explained me. So we did a testing. In 2017 end, we were able to launch India's first online video coaching for dental students preparing for MBS. In 2017 end, 18 May, full-fledgedly, okay, 19 May, we were quite accepted entity. 2020 May, when COVID happened, every coaching in the, like in relation to dental and medical, like medical, they were already future ready. They were running and chasing IT companies to make their app to run videos, and we were already future ready. Okay. I'm just giving you a thought. I'm just giving you an example. This is how your mindset should work. Whatever you do dentistry or you leave dentistry, you go abroad or you don't go abroad, you stay in India, you do whatever you want. But you have to think from the future point of view, whatever you are doing, is it going to stay in the future or is it going to get regressed in the future? We don't want to chase those things. Okay, I'll give you each and everything detailed example, not to worry. Okay, the future depends on what you do today, but looking at the things in a different aspect. Abroad, we will discuss these categories, what exactly it takes to go to US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and then smaller countries like Gulf countries and Philippines. Then, simple philosophy, if you don't like it, leave it. If you don't love it, leave the profession. You can take your BDS as a graduation and take a U-turn. You can do MBA, MHA, creative interest, civil services, defense services, Bollywood, sports, or you can ultimately, in India, the biggest and the best profession is and always will be, I think, politics. If you have that thing, go into politics. These are some examples of the people, you can say, dentists doing wonders in their life. Okay, left side, Dr. Purva Merchant, Miss India, California, 2003. She's settled in California. I know her personally because she was my immediate senior in college. Then many examples of every year, top 10 has one or two BDS girls or boys, majorly girls, cracking UPSC exams. Then Dr. Niharika Yadav is a practicing dentist in Gurgaon, also a bike racer, Formula One. Okay, so there are many. Then you all know people in the biz world, like left bottom is Rishi K, RJ on Red FM Mumbai. He was my two batch junior in GDC. Chang, we all know, and this guy is into a lot of mimicry. Dr. Sumed Shinde, he's the official, you can say, mimicry artist for many, many artists. Okay. Official artist for Amir Khan, Hrithik Roshan, Shah Rukh Khan. Mhm. Right. So then we comes to like the session will come to one career option, which is ultimate, which is great after BDS. Can anybody guess? I'll give you a clue. This is, please don't take it and put it into hate comments of, say, feminism and all. This is, we are discussing, I think we both sides are enlightened a way to support and not support the right things. Okay. And this is one thing, like just for humor, nothing else. One career option. This is just for humor, I'm telling you. And it's not for boys. Okay. Please don't get married after BDS, boys, immediately. Okay, as such, I don't think anybody will marry you immediately when you are passed out. But yes, even if you are planning, just think it 100 times before you do this. Right? Then answer this. How many of you have fear of failure? How many of you have fear of failure? Failure. See, this is just an overview. This is not the, this is the first episode of the series. I told you we have a lot of depths in each and every parameter to discuss. That is why I decided not to have one session, but to have series of session every weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. We will have, right? Which will be, you will getting a link much before than that. Yes, we should. There are two school of thoughts. We should have failure, we should have fear of failure, or we should not have fear of failure. Okay, both are correct in their own world, but I come from a school of thought where I believe we should have fear. Because if we don't have fear, we will not try to overcome it. Right? Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today is the most dreadful statement I have ever read, and I'm telling you today. Fear of being in the exact same place next year as you are today is the worst thing which can happen to you in your professional. And I'm always pray to God it should not happen to any BDS and any student per se I know or maybe exist in the world. Okay, so make sure you don't end up in this. This is one thing I'll show you next time we will discuss this. This is the summary of what I have done so far in my life, right? A lot of success, a lot of failure also, but every failure is a learning curve. I have a dental clinic. We are even renovating it, we're making it a new setup, doing a lot of patient work. I am too much into aesthetics, too much into implants. Plus, I have been training doctors for cosmetic, general dentistry, and little bit of implants since 2012, 13, not 12, 13, 14. Say we have been running clinical training programs also. Okay. I did my regular MBA 2 years regular. Okay. Delhi, it was very taxing after a lot of PDS. I was a major part of a coaching institute which was number one in India from 2007 till 2014 15. Okay. You should know. Like, this is one thing I'll tell you next time. This is MBA ka gyan. Okay. This is not something random I'm talking about. You should know your position in the industry. Okay. When I meant number one, I was number one. Today I'm not saying, because still I believe there is some gap, okay, which I have to fill up, and we will fill up in the subsequent this year or max next year. I had been working as an author for 2009, 10, 11, 12, 4 years with Elsevier's publication. You all know Elsevier's, your Schaefer, Carenza, and all books are. It is an international publishing house. I started dental division in Bhatia Institute, Dr. Bhatia, sorry, and that was called MDS Experts. Now the name has changed. When I left, I did not leave myself, my entire team of faculties, which I am really thankful for being supportive in all our ventures. Plus all the backend team, we all left on 4th of February 2023 last year due to many problematic scenarios in the company. So that was a personal choice. And we started our own brand called Dr. Lall's BDS to MDS. Target Educare, I didn't leave, we didn't leave. Target Educare got shut down in 2016. The moment it shut down, I think I was blessed enough to get offer from Bhatia Institute to take over and start the dental. Even in 2013, if I tell you, DAMS coaching, you all know, they were planning to start dental in 2013, and 2000, the first offer came to me again. We had couple of meetings, but something was not right, so we never got inclined. And we were already running a number one brand called Target Educare. We were part of it. Okay. But now, see, it's like I'd say it was my mistake, or it was a learning curve which was needed. It's like part of life now. Okay. After all this, I realize it's not no point working with somebody else, putting your life, energy, heart, and soul into a project from scratch. I remember starting DBMCI MDS experts from scratch. Bhatia Institute was never ever into dental till I joined in October 2016. Okay, we started scratch means you can't imagine. I have seen scratch, I have seen failures to an extent. I had started from scratch three times in my life, and I'm very proud of it. Today, I'm not afraid of it. So, when everything ended last year with DBMCI, we started our own institute, BDS to MDS, from scratch. But this time there was no fear, okay, of failure. Till then, I have been a part of this fear of failure, which I'll explain it to you in subsequent times. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you have knowledge, if you have skill, and if you are confident, you will rise in the pyramid like never before, right? Then power of ideas. 2009 Economic Times conducted one Power of Ideas contest. Myself and my friend and three more people, five of us, filed one power of idea, that power idea in India of starting a dental insurance. I'm talking about 2009. Imagine, like I was not even married when we were this, like, okay. So out of 12,580 ideas, top 254 ideas were shortlisted for investors meet, right? And ours was one of those, of having a dental insurance in India in 2009, with a backing of a full plan, which was, we had one guy who was from IIT Delhi and IIM Ahmedabad working with us, another guy who had been working with Big Bazaar or something. So we were into a lot of discussions. We went into an investors meet, and in that investors meet, ultimately what happened was, the people who were sitting, one Gujarati guy and one more was there. They were talking about 1000 crore, 5000 crores, I don't know. And myself and my friend, who was like founder of Target Educare, he was my batchmate, Dr. Praveen Bansal. We were on a with a pen we were scribbling on our hands number of zeros कि 5,000 करोड़ में कितने जीरो होते हैं, we just were counting. That was our you can say unawareness at that level, because we do also, like most of us come from very humble background, service middle class families. So 1 करोड़ तक तो पता होता है, but beyond that we were not aware of. Okay, so we walked out of those situations. But yes, that taught us very, very big things. So ultimately, I want to tell you is everyone has one Everest to achieve in life. Okay. And what is stopping you or holding you back to that climbing that Everest is all in your head. Whether you think you can climb the Everest, you are right. Whether you think you cannot climb the Everest, again, you are right. So that's one episode of first episode of What After BDS. आपकी डिग्री क्या क्या कर सकती है, करवा सकती है, what good, how good or bad your BDS degree is. I think you have some iota of the idea from now. So any questions? Most welcome. We'll just take it for 5 minutes or 7, 8 minutes, and we'll end for today. Yes, Dr. Nandini, we will discuss abroad as a separate entity. Like next week, we'll give you an idea, update what exactly is coming up in the second episode next weekend. As of now, from today's overview, any questions, any suggestion, anything you have, you can always post it here. Otherwise, I told you you have queries afterwards, post it in the comment section of this video. Right? And I hope you thank you for your time and on this Sunday afternoon. I hope you enjoyed also, you learned also, you gained some insight, and you are eager for the further episodes as well. Okay, please do comment something. It gives us what an average salary. Doctor, clinical concepts, it's like not, you have to ask the right question actually. Okay, experience in what? Okay, plus I'll tell you, BDS was never meant to be an employee anywhere. BDS was always never meant to be a job seeker. A BDS was always meant to be a job creator. First of all, try, learn, and understand and incept this thought into your brain. You will always earn more if you are having your own setup. In a otherwise scenario, imagine you are a clinic owner and I come with a BDS degree and ask you for a salary. What salary will you give? Suppose you are a running clinic who is earning say 5 lakhs per month, right? I come to your clinic as a BDS experienced graduate. You will start maybe 10,000, 20,000, 30, 40, 50, 1 lakh. It will end. But if you have your own setup, you will earn uncountable. Okay. Dr. MG, it's confusing because you have options. When you should be, I think we all should be thankful we can explore these options. There are professions in which you are badly stuck if you don't like I don't want to name them or degrade anything, but yes, there are professions which make you incapable of doing many things, right? Dr. Clinical concepts, we will discuss this next time. Okay, because this is something you need to understand what makes how somebody who is a clinic owner like me decides what salary is to be given. Yes, there are people who are always exploiting dentists, which is not taken. You should never work with them. I was offered 2006 after my All India exam was over, an endodontist in West Delhi who offered me like the how the clinic was 8 9 kilometers from my place. And after going for 3 days, he through some reference he offered me salary of 2000 per month in 2006. Then after discussion, he said, I'll give you four. But since the travel expense was so high, I refused. I started my first job as 3000 per one session in a nearby clinic. And one day, if I was late or off, it was 100 rupees deducted. I worked in 7 different places before I started ending up my own clinic. Dr. Hisham, the answer lies in your own question. If you don't have a good hand skill, you need to develop one. It will take time, but it will take a lot of efforts and practice if it can be done. Nobody was a born dentist or an artist. Many people adopt this by working hard. Okay. So this is something, if our profession is not about sitting on a table chair doing consultations, if you won't survive in that. You have to perform, your hand skills have to be good. I'll give you examples like Joe today like today's top-notch people you are seeing in the popularity and rich, famous, and successful category of dentists. I don't think apart from one or two they had good clinical skills. Even if I call myself, initially I thought myself to be a very much misfit in the profession. Like when you start doing carving, you realize this is the worst thing. Like you are really, I am really bad at it. But then when it's you keep doing practice, 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 you have to learn it from your heart and soul. You have to learn it from your brain and heart. Okay. Mind cannot see what, like eyes cannot see what mind doesn't know. If you don't know, you don't have liking for the theory, your practicals cannot be good. But if your theory is good, your practicals will become better if you are a good, you can say, hardworking professional. All these we will discuss, not to worry. How to become a skilled professional also we will discuss in India and abroad. Definitely we will discuss that. So thank you. I hope you liked, you enjoyed, and you learned something from today's session. And we'll post up about the second episode for next week, date and time, and what is the topic. See you all next time. Same place on YouTube Live. Thank you. Have a great day. Any queries still I'm saying posted in the comment section of the video after it is live session is over. Thank you. Good day. Bye. Won't take much of your time now.